Trump accounts are here. Yes, your baby born from January 1st, 2025 until December 31st, 2028 could qualify for up to $1,000 from the US government. All because of Trump accounts. Now, I know I've talked about different types of accounts that your kids can have to set them up for future financial success. But this one right here trumps all of them. And yes, I meant to say trumps all of them because it is a Trump account. Now, what this is it's a plan to help kids. So when kids leave the household, no matter what your economic background, if you're not from a trust fund family, you're probably going to struggle a little bit when you get outside of the house, when you grow up to be an adult, because most kids don't have money just sitting in an account that they can pull from to help with their different types of financial decisions and different types of financial impacts that they actually have when they reach adulthood. I'm talking about tuition, cars, house, everything. Everything that a kid has to go through when becoming an adult, it's kind of shocking because you're not really taught that kind of stuff in school. You're not taught about investing. You're not taught about budgeting. You're not taught about any of that type of things really in most public schools. And so what these Trump accounts do, it helps these kids actually have a chance to have money and to be successful when they reach adulthood so that they're not slapped in the face right when they reach adulthood and then instantly start having to go into credit card debt, instantly start having to take out private loans. All of that is a bad case scenario, but people do it. These kids do it when they reach adulthood because they don't have money set up in an account or they're not from a trust fund family that have the help that they can just reach their hand out and get money. But these accounts would give your baby $1,000 up front instantly right when they're born, which is absolutely amazing because not only is it amazing because they have money that they're going to be able to use when they turn 18, but also it's creating a mindset. It's allowing these kids to get introduced to the stock market early. It's allowing people to actually have a capitalist type mindset on my decisions are what driving my financial outcome. So these kids, when they get $1,000 in an account, when they reach 18, they're going to see the power of compound interest, the power of investing, and then they're going to have 45, 47 years before they reach retirement that they can also go do the exact same thing, knowing that the impact that this $1,000 and what your parents and what you are doing for your kids impacted them and how it changed their life right when they turned 18 years old. And so in today's video, I'm going to be going over these Trump accounts and I'm going to go over what the pros are about these accounts and then how you can actually set up and maybe you qualify for even more than $1,000. So let's jump into it. So this bill, like I said, is going to give every single kid born from January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2028, $1,000 if the parents, so if you open an account for your kids, they're going to get $1,000 instantly in their account. Now, if you have older kids that are born outside of that, they can also have an account. They're just not going to get the $1,000 up front. So you're not going to get the $1,000 for older kids, but if your kids are born in that 4-year time period, you are going to get the $1,000, which is awesome seed money. It's the first investment that they will ever have, most likely. Now, there is a way that kids that are older can still get some money. So we actually already have so much positive impact coming in from different capitalists, from different companies, from different CEOs and families that they're starting to contribute for kids to these Trump accounts. So the Dell family, you have Michael and Susan Dell, they're billionaires and they want to donate to some children that are under the ages of 10 years old for their first contribution of up to $250 in seed money. Now, this is going to be for kids that live in zip codes that have a medium household income of less than $150,000, which is honestly a lot of different zip codes have that. And so basically you're going to be able to open up an account, and if your kid's under 10 and you qualify, your kid's going to get another $250. So some kids are going to have $1,250 instantly just from being born. which is absolutely amazing. And then it's your responsibility, the parents, to keep contributing for your kids' success so that you can keep on growing that at a compound rate. Now, if you did not invest a single penny more, you just had the $1,000 in an account, your kid, when they turned 18, would have roughly $4,000. It would be like $3,700 if they got a 7% return. And then it would actually be close to $8,000 if they got a 12% return, which is the average of the S&P 500 over the history of its time. So they could have up to $8,000 without you ever doing anything except for opening up an account. So it's your responsibility to open up the account for your kid. And then if you want to contribute, these are the contribution limits or annual limits that you can do. Pre-taxed, parents can contribute $2,500 pre-taxed annually, which is absolutely amazing. If you were to contribute $2,500 pre-taxed annually along with the $1,000 already, your kid, if you got a 7% rate of return, when they turn 18, they would have $90,000 roughly. $90,000 at a 7% return. Now, if they got the S&P 500 average, you'd be looking at close to $150,000 that you have in an account for your kids when they turn 18. And that can be used for so many different things. It can be used for tuition. It could be just like a 529 plan if you want. It could be used for a down payment on a mortgage. It could be used for car. It could be used to build a business. It could be used for so many different things. So it's not as limited as the 529. You have way more opportunity with this money, but you have to invest for your kids. You're getting a seed start. You just have to open up the account. How do you open up the account? Good question. I'm about to talk about that right now. So up until this point, it's just been a rumor. Hey, Trump accounts are going to happen. Trump accounts are going to happen. Obviously, we thought they were going to happen. But now, yesterday, the White House came out and said starting July 2026, your account's going to be open. It's going to be live. How do you actually sign up? Because if you don't sign up, like I said, you're not going to get the money for your kids. So parents will be able to sign up filling out the 4547 form on the IRS website. It's not live yet. Once it does go live, I will actually make another video. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and put on the notification bells because you're going to want to know when this goes live so that you can sign your kids up so that they instantly have $1,000 in their account come July 2026. If you don't, you're literally just saying, I don't want my kid to have $4,000 when they're 18, which is stupid. But you guys do you. So contribution limits, like I said, up to $2,500 of yourself. So if you basically put $3 or whatever in every single month for your kid, they could have up to $150,000 when they turn 18, all from $200 a month. That is absolutely wild. And it's actually capped at $5,000. So the first $2,500 of the $5,000 is actually pre-tax. The second half is not pre-tax. So you're going to have to pay taxes, obviously, before you contribute to that, which is also fine. But even if you did just the pre-tax, $2,500, not only are you getting a tax break for investing, but also you're putting money back in your kid's pocket for future so that whenever they turn 18, they are absolutely set up for success. And contributions by the government and charities do not count. So say your baby does get $1,000, guess what? You can still put $2,500 pre-annual or up to $5,000 in it. And if you get another $250 from the Dell family, guess what? You can still put that same amount in. So this is absolutely an amazing opportunity. And the entire purpose, introduce kids to capitalism, introduce them to the stock market, because if you have not been paying attention, we have a lot of candidates that are openly socialist, and that is not what we need. If you want your kid to actually break free, which in most cases, people want their kids to have more success than what they do. They want their kids to thrive. They want their kids to not have to worry. They want to leave generational wealth. This is how you start building generational wealth. If I was 18 and I had an account that had $150,000 in it, I would probably already be retired because I wouldn't have to. My mortgage would be gone. I would have been working. I would have been having so much extra money to invest myself for financial success. Instead, I didn't get that when I was 18. So I had to grind. I had to go work. I had to pay bills. Once you get into that mindset, that is a hard grind that you have to get out of yourself, because it's not just, hey, I have all this extra cash. You have bumps in the road that pop up and this and that and this and that. And you have bills and you have mortgages and you have everything starts to add up. But if you had $150,000 to instantly say, hey, this is my start, Most people could become millionaires very, very quickly. And if it's not very quickly, you're still investing long term so that you do have that financial success. So that's why this is absolutely amazing, because it's going to set kids up for success. And I'm going to call people out here. I'm going to call all the parents out right here. If you have not started investing for your kid, this is your opportunity. Not only is the government helping, not only is the Dell family helping, I'm not going to be surprised when other billionaires start coming out and saying, I'm also going to contribute to this for your kid. So open the account and start contributing when you can in July 2026. I'm Curtis Ryland, guys, and down in the comment section, let me know if you're opening one up, because I definitely am for both of my kids that I currently have. And remember, guys, until next time, you can do all things through him that give you strength. Peace.